paper tends to. All these relinquishments and delegation of jurisdiction by the Universal Father are wholly voluntary and self-imposed. The all-powerful Father purposefully assumes these limitations of universe authority. The Eternal Son seems to function as one with the Father of all the spiritual aspects, except in the bestowals of the God fragments and all other personal activities. Neither is the Son closely identified with the intellectual activities of the material creatures, nor with the energy activities of the material universes. In absolute, the Son functions as a person and only in the dominion of the spiritual universe. The infinite Spirit is amazingly universal and unbelievingly versatile in all his operations. He performs in the spheres of the mind, matter, and spirit. The conjoint actor represents the Father-Son association. He also functions as himself. He is not directly concerned with the physical activities and the spiritual gravities with the personality circuit, but he is more or less participates in all other universe activities while apparently dependent on three existential and absolute gravity controls. The infinite Spirit appears to exercise these super controls, and these threefold endowment is employed in many ways to transcend and seemingly to neutralize even the manifestations of primary forces and energies, while the subordinate and subaltimate of those borders of absoluteness. The superultimate in certain situations. These super controls are absolute and transcend the primordial manifestations of primal cosmic reality. 4. Trinity union of deity. All of the absoluteness of associations of the Paradise Trinity and the first Trinity is unique and an exclusive association of personal deity. God functions as God in relation to God and to those who know God, an absolute deity only in Paradise Trinity, and only in relation to the universe totality. Eternal deity is perfectionally and perfectly unified. Nonetheless, they are three perfectly individualized persons of deity. The Paradise Trinity makes possible the simultaneous expression of all diversity of character traits and the infinite powers of the first source and center of these eternal co-coordinates of all the divine unity and of all the divine functions of unified deity. The Trinity and association of the infinite persons functioning in a non-personal capacity by that which is the contravention in personality and illustration is crude, but a father, son, and grandson could form a corporate entity and could be non-personal and nonetheless subject to their personal wills. The Paradise Trinity is real. It exists as deity of union, Father and Son and Spirit. Yet the Son and the Father or the Spirit, or any two of them, can function in relation to the self-same Paradise Trinity. The Father and the Son and the Spirit can collaborate in a non-Trinity manner, and it is true that these three deities as persons, they can collaborate as they choose, but that is not the Trinity. Ever remember that what the infinite Spirit does as the function of the co-conjoint actor, both the Father and the Son are functioning in and through as Him. But it would be futile to attempt to excludate the Trinity ministry. 3 as one, and in one, and one as two, and acting for two. The Trinity is so related to the total universe affairs that it may be reckoned within the attempts to explain the totality of any isolated cosmic events of the personality relationships. The Trinity functions on all levels of the cosmic and mortal man, and is limited to the finite, which means temporary life, remember, and infinite is forever. Therefore, it must be the content with the finite concept of the Trinity as the Trinity. As a mortal in the flesh, you should view the Trinity as in accordance with your individual enlightenment and harmony as the reactions of your mind and soul. You can even know very little of the absoluteness in the Trinity as you ascend the paradise upward. You will in many times experience the astonishment and successive revelations of unexpected discoveries of Trinity supremacy and the ultimacy of not absoluteness.